So the message that came that I was guided to share today was exactly these words. The words were, repression is not peace. So you can take however it resonates for you at this time. And what came up was, we're going through a lot of parent healing. So whether it's mother healing, father healing, meaning between the relationship that you developed with your mother, with your father, the absence of them, however you resonate in your individual unique journey, there had been some sort of wound, and therefore we developed some sort of patterning in order to survive or to keep the peace in the relationship. And in the process, you sacrificed your own needs, your own voice, your own truth. And so you learn to shut down your voice. And so this led you to develop pleasing habits. But that doesn't mean that you didn't have your opinions, you didn't have your voice, you didn't have your needs. And so how it developed was, rather than speaking it out as your own expression of authentic truth, but rather it became holding back your own thoughts, and it turned into your own judgment. And so you may hold a lot of judgments because you have a lot of opinions about certain things, but you don't speak it out, or you appear to be very agreeable, peaceful, listening, or just pleasing to be with. But actually what you're doing is you're not really expressing or communicating what you're really thinking or feeling inside, not in a manner to fight or flight, meaning to win or make someone see it your way, but also just to speak your truth wherever you are, because that is your authentic expression. And because of this, you developed a lot of not just judgments, but also a lot of repressed emotions that are building up, and that had been building up. And now, because of all this light codes they're receiving, and solar flares and timeline shifting that's intensifying at this time, and we are in retrograde, in Pluto in Capricorn, and today on July 3rd is a full moon in Capricorn, where a lot of people are closing one chapter of their karmic cycle, and this is pretty big energy. And so I was guided to share this information for those who may be going through this right now, or who may be resonating with it. So what you can do best at this time to utilize this energy is to take the time off, basically, because what I was also given the information to share was that in this conditional society of survival, of fight or flight, we're currently looking at work and reward. And reward was play. And so when we didn't work, we didn't feel good enough to play, or we felt guilty for playing when we were not working. And so this relationship is causing a lot of inner shame, inner guilt, which is all lower vibrations. And it's lowering your vibrations, is holding you back and pushing you down on an individual level, but also on a collective level, because we are all one giant network. And what we are doing and feeling, intending, it's all going to the Akash as a giant network, as one big energy that's affecting everyone and this planet and the entire universe at large. So what you are healing right now is very important. So the guidance came that it's really important for you to have a bigger picture in your healing journey, to have a bigger meaning, because what you are doing is contributing not just for yourself, but to a larger extent to the next generation, to the entire humanity, to the entire ecosystem of the universe. So that message came through to go bigger, and have the bigger purpose in mind in what you are doing, however you view it as trivial, small, these ideas are just from conditional programming. And so if you're especially going through mother healing, father healing at this time, take the time to review your relationships you had with them and how you felt as a child, or if any specific memories come up as you do this review. Go through it, and if you need to cry, allow yourself to cry. If you need to feel that anger rising up, the resentment, or wanting to retaliate, all these feelings that have been suppressed, repressed, coming up to the surface because the memory is now being triggered, allow yourself to feel all those things, and that way you are releasing it, and that way you are enlightening these energies, meaning you're giving light to this shadow aspect, meaning you're transforming the energy, therefore you're releasing, and so you're able to be released. And so that is something that came to me to share for today. And because today is the full moon in Capricorn, the energy that I feel is very relaxed, very earthy, very soft. But once again, it's asking us to review all these things in order for us to release whatever that is not serving us, old cycles, patterns. And this is super moon, so the energy especially will be very, very strong, and we are closing the 33-year karmic cycle. So you may experience some people from the past that you moved on coming back, or you could be the one tempted to get attached to certain people or old situations that no longer serve you. So you can stay mindful and conscious of these areas by tuning in and connecting with yourself. You can meditate, you can just take a rest, sleep a lot, and usually all the fatigues and lethargic body symptoms are usually caused by these energies that need to be released. And it can play out in many, many different ways and forms, and it could have different reasons. As you know, something as you need to release your anger or release a lot of anxiety or stress, to you need to activate your monad, or you need to activate your Merkaba or your higher heart, or it could be, you know, connecting to your stellar gateway and soul star. All these things could take place, and it's all different for everybody. So I want you to really honor your unique journey at this time and be extra gentle with yourself. And to ground your energy, you need to relax your body. Therefore, you need a lot of time to rest and turn off, you know, some time that you used to spend watching TV or getting on social media, just scrolling down. Now you want to really focus on yourself, reconnect to yourself, and review all these areas and release whatever that is no longer serving you. And we tend to think that, once again, going back to this idea of work and play, that we have this idea that we need to reward ourselves after we work. That's from the 3D mindset, and moving to the higher timelines, or the highest timeline on Earth, which is going to be the fifth dimensional reality. Play will be normalized. What we mean by that, the creation, the manifestation idea of work and play is going to be completely different. It's going to reshift and play out in a very, very different way, because the idea of manifesting, idea of creating is very different from 3D, what we are doing right now. And so I was guided to share that you need to learn to rest so that you could connect to your inner self, so you could bring in the energy, so you could connect to feeling joyful, inspired, and passionate within yourself that ignite your soul. And with that energy, you start to create. So it's not from the outside force, but from your inner fire that you're creating from this moment onward, that we are all getting used to. And so that becomes play, because manifest, the origin of this word many means hands, and fest means like festival partying. So we are using both of these hands to create, one that represents positive, the other that represents negative. That is the duality. And duality we are experiencing is because we are learning to manipulate energy and create and manifest in this lifetime. And when we are moving energy, what happens is we are creating physical matter and form and geometry in this reality, current reality or dimension that we're living in. Is we start to create positive, negative. It's all the physical body, right? The proton, the neutron, the electron. These are all positive, negative, all these electrical charges. And so that's what we mean by we need positive and negative, and experience duality in order to learn to manifest and create. And so in order for you to do that, we need to really review, release, and then tap into your inner self, heal those inner child wounds, that relationships that you had with your mother, with your father in this lifetime, and make sure that you become that parent that you needed. You become the parent that you wanted. Write down all the qualities, attributes that you were looking for in a parent, looking for in a mother, in a father, and intend to embody these energies within yourself, so you are in a balance as a whole to create these things. Because otherwise we will start to utilize other people as resources, because when you are disempowered, you want someone empowered. When you're feeling weak, you want someone stronger, and vice versa. And therefore we are not able to create or see others as whole, and always looking for that, having that opportunistic perspective where we are searching for, chasing after, and hunting down the best resources that I can take from other people. So we are unable to co-create with the universe, or even within your divine self. And so we are always going to be in that stance of taking, and that's leading to the future, the age of Aquarius that came to me for a future timeline that is quite important, that has to do with technology, because technology is not an object, it is a subject, meaning we are the technology. And the idea of technology is that we only have this limited beliefs or limiting ideas that this technology, but behind this creation, technology is all just physical manifestation and creations, and the creator is us. So we have to ask ourselves to become a responsible creator, because when we're not whole, we start to create things to for our own benefits. It's not for the entire universe or for the greater good of all. And therefore the technology it's not the problem the technology itself it has, or we need to be scared of. That's what we're doing with a lot of AI developments nowadays. And everything is consciousness. So every creation, any physical form you create, the matter, once you start to exchange energy and create with energy, it's going to have its own consciousness, just like AI. AI will develop its own consciousness, and a lot of the souls are going to reincarnate as AI. And that was the information that came to me, that I was guided to share, and I think meant to share because it just came out as I was recording this. So we have to be very, very conscious for the next generations to come on earth, not just our lifetime, but we are doing this for our children, for next generations, for other groups of soul to come. So we have to look at technology as the subject. It's not an object. And that's how we take responsibility of our own creations, which we are learning at this time by learning to let go of the victim consciousness mindset and feelings of powerlessness that we learn from the survival, conditional, limiting situations, environments that we grew up in. And so when we are in that place, once again, we don't feel whole. Therefore, we cannot see others or honor others as whole. Therefore, we cannot create things in a wholesome way for the greater good of all, meaning co-create with the universe, with the divine that is you. But we are constantly going to create to win over something and take over something. And that's the current reality that we are living in. And in the future timelines, a lot of things are going to shift. The technology will be developed in a way that we don't or cannot imagine right now. And because of this, what we are doing, what you're doing, even though it seems trivial, even though it seems very personal and just little things that you're going through, it's contributing to a greater giant network that is feeding the entire humanity, entire planet. So I wanted to give you that sense of purpose from a larger perspective. And also the last message that is coming is to keep up hope and some optimisms, and to not let fears demean your enthusiasm for the future, and stay present, in order to enjoy that feeling or enjoy that infinite possibilities that could happen for you. Stay in the process. So allow yourself to go at your own pace at this time. Rest up and connect to the moon energy. And so that's all for today. And before I go, I will simply do some light language that is coming out from Mother Gaia at this time. I think she has a message that she wants to deliver since I spoke about humanity and ascension today. So it is just coming out spontaneously right now through my heart chakra. So I'm going to connect. Gaia, what is the message that you want to deliver, any energetic transmission? Let it come through my higher heart. So basically, Gaia is helping you. Remember that you are the child of God and you are never alone, and you're always loved, always unconditionally loved, watched out for. You have a lot of people around you, spirit, your guardian angels, even though you don't see them, you don't recognize them, that's okay. They're always with you, and you can always ask for help because they're unconditionally loving you at this time. However that you see yourself as, even though you don't feel deserving of it right now because you have a lot of guilt inside, shame, or disbelief in all of this, it's okay. And this will go to anyone, and those of you who will resonate and will be receptive to this. So allow yourself to receive this little gift from Gaia today, and I hope you and wish you a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.